Call me crazy, but we're going to let ChatGPT paint our house. Where do you think Mom and Emily are? Where are they
Bathroom?
usually?
So we're going to finally paint our frat house, and I call it our frat house because the walls are all still white and we barely have any artwork or paintings. So we're going to start with painting so that way we can actually decorate it and make it look like a home and not a frat house.
We just got a random pile of paint supplies out here. We got rags, we got rollers, we got those little crummy disposable things, but actually
They're kind of nice for trim work.
I got these for doing stain actually. We got family coming down again.
Yes.
My brother's moving here. So he's finally moving here. And so we feel like it's time to finally make our home our home. The garage is in disarray. Got air compressor out, just had the shop vacs kicking around here somewhere. We just had issues with our air conditioner. I had to fix that. That's a part of getting used to Florida. So we're heading to Lowe's. We're gonna get some supplies. We're gonna check out some houses for my brother.
Yes.
Film some videos, some neighborhoods for him to look at, and try to stay cool because the heat index is probably like 110 today.
We didn't even look at that yet.
It's warm. It's warm. All right, let's go. Okay, we are at Lowe's now. We've tried to agree on paint colors in the past on what we should paint our house, and we kept butting heads. And so I said, you know what? We're going to do something differently. Call me crazy, but we're going to let ChatGPT paint our house. So this is what we got. I took a picture of our current very bland kitchen with white walls and asked ChatGPT to pick me out a paint color based on that one picture. And this is what it's given me. Some soft neutrals, warm and modern. With these paint brands, these Lowe's paint brands, it's asking for a filtered, hopefully the camera catches it, filtered shade, alabaster, and gravity. Boulder contrast, it gives me 3 options. So, as crazy as it sounds, I think this is how we're going to paint our house and leave it up to fate and AI and hope we end up in agreement. Let's go find out. Sam actually said he's going to give me all his birthday money and get me a Blackstone griddle over in here. All right, you got some gift cards laying around.
That's not what I said. I'm at least mortified of this thing.
Yeah, there's a vampire right there.
What do you think? Should we get it, Lou?
I would rather get this.
It's $100. You're pretty much giving it away. It'd be silly not to. But Mom's probably going to say no, so we'll walk away.
Oh, I want.
This is Sherwin. Okay, well, while we're in Sherwin-Williams, we got Alabaster, HGSW 4031.
Oh, here's alabaster.
Mom, you stepped on the one that.
They call it a soft grayish with just enough warmth to contrast the gray backsplash gently. Gently, that's nice.
Looks like white to me, but anyway, what's the next option?
The other two are over here. Look at it. Okay, so
It-
which one's your favorite so
Of
far?
the 3, Urban Sunrise.
I
Yeah,
like it.
the white one's pretty much what we have
Yeah,
now.
I don't want that one.
Yeah. So where do you think Mom and Emily are? Where are they
Bathroom?
usually? Where does Emily go every 15 minutes?
Toilet.
To the bathroom. So as soon as Mom and Emily get back, we're gonna sort through these, and Sam likes this one. I'm good with it, and hopefully Mom will like that one too, and that's what we're gonna go with. She's deep in thought. She's narrowing it down. The crowd is silent. You had one that you picked out before she went off to the restroom.
You tell me which
You
one.
tell me.
Yeah, you're the painter.
Because one of those two is what you picked earlier.
What do you mean when you say I picked earlier?
It doesn't
One of those
matter.
two is one of the ones you said earlier that you really liked.
I know I've looked at Gravity multiple times, and I really like that color.
Okay.
I'm concerned that it's going to turn out to be too light next to the tile, and
Okay.
I'm wondering if Urban Sunrise would be a better choice.
Well, earlier you said you preferred Urban Sunrise, and Sam did too. You want to go with it?
yeah, what the hell? Let's
We're
do
doing it. We're finally picking something. We're leaving Lowe's. We finally picked a paint color out. Gonna go home, Amanda's gonna cut in with a brush, and I'm probably gonna do the rolling. What do we got here? We got a very, very ugly bland wall, and then, boom! Amanda's cutting in with a tiny little brush. That's some real talent you got there with that brush. Do you like it?
I like it. I'm more concerned if you like it.
Yeah, I like it. What do we got going on outside? Just the most beautiful sky you've ever seen. So this is what I do. Amanda does all the hard work, and I just stare at the sunsets at 8:30 at night. Let's get back in there and heckle her some more.
You don't need to come in here and comment. I heard you.
And there is Urban Rising. Is that what it's called? Or is it Urban Sunrise? And there is Urban Sunrise. Isn't it majestic? I'm just here providing moral support. Not much has changed in the dining room. We got our big table set up. We're gonna eventually have to come up with a paint color for this as well. Probably gonna rely on ChatGPT for this one also. I think it went pretty well on the other one. So this is Urban Sunrise. ChatGPT recommendation. Next on the list will be to replace these pendants that we've never really cared for, because this one's starting to short out. They're all LEDs, but this one seems to be no longer working, and it's driving us crazy. We got this mirror from the Lakeland Antique Mall. You can see this came from the Caribbean Beach Pirates rooms. Not a huge change in color. It darkened the space a little bit, but it's Florida, and your shades are always down anyway, so. We also got this painting from the Lakeland Antique Mall. This is another piece of artwork from the Caribbean Beach Pirates rooms. All these ceiling joints she cut in with a brush. We didn't blue tape anything. We really didn't even put anything on the floor. She just was extra cautious and careful about painting it. These are two more pieces of artwork we found at the Lakeland Antique Mall. These both came from the Grand Floridian, and we both liked them because Amanda loves Alice in Wonderland, and I like that they're kind of subtle. They're fancy looking. We still need to find a home for those. I haven't hung those yet. We have boxes and boxes of picture frames that I still haven't found a home for. We still got this giant space here. They may go over there. We got large spaces here, large spaces there. We're still working on hanging stuff up. That's kind of me, and I haven't done any of it yet.
And we have a flickering light over here.
And we have a flickering light over here. Good call, Emily. We've got a whole bunch of stuff from the Lakeland Antique Mall at this point, and we did see a painting there recently of the Liberty Bell. You can see that in another video we just put out. We'd like to get that next and find a home for that in our house as well. One of the first things I had to do, I had a whole bunch of gym equipment that needed to be set up. I had to lay down plywood and black horse stall mats from Tractor Supply, make a platform to set it all on. This required shimming the floor because the garage pitches one way to shed the water. I had to get all this set up immediately. This is my primary source of income. I coach barbell lifts. If anybody has any questions about that or needs any advice, you can reach out to me. But I have to train regularly. That's kind of a part of the job. For just a few $100, you can set up an easy outlet for an EV charger. This cable should come with the car, and you don't need the big fancy thing here. You just need an outlet. Had an electrician hook that up a couple months ago, right before I got the car. We initially set Amanda up with a Walmart folding table to work off of. That lasted for a few days. Eventually, she ordered a brand new desk off, I think, Amazon, that will go from sitting to standing at the touch of a button, because She likes to stand while she works sometimes. All during the assembly of her desk, we had both dogs at our feet, getting in the way for most of it. When we first moved in, we didn't even have a mattress. We had to get rid of the old mattress. We didn't have room to transport that. But I do have a massive oak wood bed frame that we needed to assemble. When I had to load everything in the pod, everything got broken down to as small pieces as possible just to fit it all. So right off the bat, I had to pull out my screw gun and put a whole bunch of beds together. It was several days of sleeping on an air mattress before I got an actual mattress. So, are you happy with the job you did with the paint?
Yeah,
Do you-
better.
Do you like the color?
Yes, I do like the color.
Do you think we were right to leave it up to AI to pick a color out for us?
It picked a good color, so sure.
So we're doing a little at a time. It's been a little over 6 months. We haven't done much with this house yet, but does it feel like less of a frat house now?
Yes, it's getting there.
It's improving.
It's improving.
It's a work in progress. We'll take it. So tell us what you think. If you like the color, we can thank ChatGPT. Give it a shot. It worked pretty well for us, I think. Yeah, we got the camera on. You happy now? Okay, get out of here, scaring me.